Hello Pisces and welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're doing well. I hope July treated you well. I know we're a few days into August. I hope you can forgive me, but today we're doing your August reading and this month it's specifically about love. So I hope you are ready for that. We are moving in with 2 oracle decks and then moving on to tarot afterwards as per my usual standard. And if you're interested in a private reading just for you, check the description box. All information is there. So without further ado, let's just move right into this. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest. You can't read for the whole internet, but I do try my darnest. And you can switch the roles as you want to. You can be male, you can be female. Okay, let's see what we have. Commitment. You dedicate yourself to your belief wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. So that is a beautiful card to start with. I feel like some of you Pisces potentially have a little bit of commitment issues right now. There's someone in your life where you're not really certain if it's like a long-term thing or short-term thing, like you don't really know where you stand with them yet. I feel like your solution to that will come in August. Let's see what else we can dig up. And also I feel like some of you are currently with a person where you kind of know that it's not working out and you need to do something about that. Alright, patience. You are able to let the universal energies of transformation move according to your own loving rhythm. Look at that, how stunning. Okay, so for some of you, you still have a little bit of way to go when it comes to love. There is still a little bit of waiting time. There's still some things that need to fall into place before you can move into this solid relationship, this commitment thing. I feel like for some of you also it's your partner or your love interest that is having commitment issues currently. And again, if that is the case, you need to be a little bit patient with them. They are doing their best. But maybe they have had some trauma in their past that they are working on, and sometimes it just takes a little bit more time. Well, all right. Let's see what we have here. We got a few. It says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is a gateway to the soul. Alright, so some of you has been a little bit too much in your logical mind as of late, especially about this potential relationship that you have in store. You have been a little bit too focused on the practical aspect of the relationship compared to the emotional aspect of the relationship. And this is the universe basically encouraging you to listen to your heart more for this month and less so for your mind. Because the thing with this is, I feel like for a lot of you, if you want this relationship to work, it will work. It's a matter of you making that decision, making the commitment to make this work. And every relationship can work if you make it work. Now that being said, of course there's relationships that don't work, but what I'm saying is that this specific relationship that I'm talking about right now can work if you want it to. Alright? Okay, so criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, so this is definitely for those of you who are in a relationship already or like in the brink of a relationship. It is for those of you who you've been fighting a little bit with your significant other lately. There has been some problems in heaven, some trouble in paradise, if you will. It is... It's hard to get out of this mentality of, you easily fall into this thing when you argue, to go personal, to go into these petty arguments where it's like you are hacking on each other, you're criticizing each other. If this is the case for your relationship or for your loved one, for the person you have a crush on right now that you're having this trouble with, it's very important that you sit down with them and talk to them about it. Sort out why this happens and maybe sort out the emotions of that. Like, I'm not talking go into, you said this last week, what did you mean by that? I'm saying you need to sit down with them and tell them, listen, I've noticed that this happens when we argue. Is there a way we can fix that? Because it hurts me, and I'm sure it hurts you as well. It's not the way you want to go about different discussions and argument. So it's very, very important that you talk to them about that, if that's the case for you. We also have sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship. It is truly sacred. And that is a beautiful card, you guys. It is one of those cards where you really want to get in a relationship reading. It is one of those cards that wants to remind you that what you have is special, especially if you're in the mindset of, like, you don't know if it's gonna work, you don't know what will happen in the future, you're generally kind of uncertain about everything. Try to find your way back to the root of your relationship and, like, figure out why it was that you cared so much about this person in the first place, if you're all the way out there. Cheating also just came to mind. If you or your loved one is in the habit of this, again, let me remind you that your union is sacred, and at any time, at any point, I would advise strongly that if you're in a place in your life right now where you're considering cheating, I would suggest that you leave your partner before that happens, because then that relationship does not serve you. You're already mentally done. Leave before you hurt them. Okay? So let's move into tarot here. And I know I said this card is one of those cards that you really want to get in a relationship reading. This was just literally what just came to mind, so I'm sure it's a message for one of you guys out there. But in general, the card is a lot about treasuring your relationship and finding back to the roots of your happiness with your partner. And that is a really beautiful thing, and something that I think all relationships should strive to do, because that is finding your way back to these butterflies that you had, or you still have, maybe they're just hiding. Now, if you are not yet in a relationship, but you have someone in mind, what I would advise is that you treat this person like you're already in a relationship, You need to treat them like you're with them 100%. Not in the sense that you need to be, like, necessarily, like, talking and texting every waking second. It's more so about the mentality of it. Like, if you're playing more than one horse right now, I would advise you to pick your horse and go with that horse. I think that would really, really benefit you. Now, we have quite a few interesting cards here. We have the Page of Cups, which is a cup. It is a thing about, like, it's about daydreaming. It's about letting yourself dream and letting you know that it's okay for you to dream big for your relationship, basically. It might seem like it's not a thing that's possible right now. It might seem that whatever the relationship is that you want to get into, it might seem difficult, but the universe is advising you to let yourself dream, let yourself go there in your mind, because again, manifesting is a really, really powerful tool. And we also have the Fool, so the universe is encouraging you to just jump out into it, pick a horse, like just pick, because we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is letting you know that you're already in your mind, you already know what it is that you need to do in August with your partner or with this potential love interest. You already know what needs to happen, you just need to take the step and fulfill it. And that can be scary, especially if it's like the next step in the relationship. Can be really, really scary. But everything here advises me to tell you that you should definitely do it. Because we also have the Four of Wands, which is about a grand old time. It's about having a lot of fun. It's about letting loose, and I would advise that as well. Let loose with your partner or your love interest, with this person that you care for so much. Have fun together, even if it's a pandemic, and like if you get to see each other and you live together, or like you're in a country where you can't see each other, then do something fun together, something out of the ordinary. If you are not able to see each other, set up like a call on Messenger and something like that. Play a card game through Messenger. Like, do some sort of activity. Arrange a date through the internet. Basically, eat some food together from your side of the internet. Whatever, just have some fun together. Whatever this decision you have to make in August is, there is gonna be some work involved here. There is gonna be bumps along the road and challenges where you go, am I sure this was the right choice? But like, again, you have the High Priestess, like in your mind, in your subconscious mind, in your intuition what is the right thing to do. And that is what is so important for you to remember, that you need to trust your intuition. Because I feel like some of you guys out there, you hear the little voice speaking to you, but you are not complying with it. You are refusing to acknowledge it's there for whatever reason, I don't know. But you need to listen to it, because it knows. The intuition knows, you guys. Then for the last card, we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is basically you waiting to harvest the success of what you have been doing up until this point. It's a very, very beautiful card. It is also about you, again, it's about this being patient mentality. Because even though it's a lot of work, it's also a lot of mental work for you, because you need to let them be ready. If you're the one having commitment issues, make sure that you are ready before you take the final jump. You need to be mentally prepared to be like only playing one horse, this and that. But I definitely feel that you are ready. You just need to take the step. This is a time to harvest the fruit of your effort in this relationship. And I'm very, very excited for you. But I think that's all I wanted to say for this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment sections below. I would love to hear from you. Again, if you want a reading just for you, check out the description box below. I have all the info of how to do a private reading with me down there. Apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Love you all. Bye bye.